Hello everyone and welcome again to another short video of mine. Today I will just basically update you all in regards to the rallies or protest rallies that were held yesterday throughout West Papua. And from the recent video that we have seen, um, the rallies that were held in Jayapura itself, the city of West Papua. The rallies, the demonstrations were held in regards to the proposed plan by the Indonesian government to create 5 or 6 new provinces in West Papua, which our people strongly opposed it because it's not in line, or this is not the interest of the West Papuan people. What Indonesian government is trying to force the creation of these new provinces, and the people of West Papua have mobilized and rejected the idea because there are many issues, underlying issues or behind the plan by Indonesian government to create these new provinces. So the video that we saw yesterday, the protest rally that were held in Jayapura itself, the city, and you can see the Indonesian security forces were fully armed and were threatening the students and shoot them. We condemn the actions of the Indonesian security forces because the people of West Papua should be given the free access to have rallies and demonstrations because currently under the special autonomy law it gives the power to the Papuans to have the freedom of movement, freedom of assembly, freedom to voice or raise their concerns. So the key issues right now in West Papua is the plan by the Indonesian government to create these 5 or 6 new provinces. Why the people of West Papua protested? Because if you look at the population again, our population is so small; it's less than 3 million. So, what is the reason behind the creation of these new provinces? One of the fundamental reason is that one of the key reason is that because Indonesian government wants to continue colonize the people of West Papua. Of course, we know that the special autonomy has failed, and Indonesian government is rushing to create this revised special autonomy law and have forced it upon the people of West Papua, and the people have again rallied together and have presented the case to the Indonesian government, also to the international community, including UN, that they've rejected the revised special autonomy laws. So what we have seen now is another desperate attempt by the Indonesian government to force Papuans to accept this plan or idea of creation of new provinces. What our people have realized is that there is hidden agendas and motives behind this creation of new provinces, because what we've seen is that once you create new provinces, it will give the access for more troops to be sent to West Papua, more Indonesian military base to be created in West Papua, and as a result, you will see more migrants, Indonesian migrants, moving over to West Papua, and then our people will be marginalized. And we are very concerned about this whole idea of creating new provinces. And I think this is against the wish of the West Papuan people. And we want to again let the international community know that Indonesian government is not listening to the wish of the West Papuan people. They're coming up with all these plans and ideas when they haven't even consulted the people of West Papua. We have our leaders in the local parliament in West Papua. We have the local Papuan parliament, the governors there. Like, they're just bypassing them and trying to, create these new provinces without even consulting them. And this is really sad, What we're seeing is that Indonesian government has lost total control of West Papua. They are doing things blindly without even consulting our people, and they're trying to force this creation of new provinces without even engaging the people. You have to engage them and get the views, whether they like it or not. But in this case, the people of West Papua have rejected. They don't like the creation of new provinces. So there are many underlying factors, like we have issues that hasn't been resolved. For example, you have the past human rights cases, especially the massacres that happened in the past in West Papua. These cases hasn't been resolved yet by the Indonesian government, and we are hoping that the UN Human Rights Commission will send its officials to West Papua, and they sent a request to the Indonesian government since 2017 to come to West Papua to investigate these human rights violations. But up until now, Indonesian government hasn't done that. So they're trying to create these new provinces when these fundamental issues, that needs to be addressed hasn't been done yet. So we are very concerned that the Indonesian government is rushing into creating these new provinces without consulting the people of West Papua. Again, if you look at our population is so small. It's about 3 million people or less. So why create new provinces when the population is so small? So I think the whole idea of creating a new province is that once they create new provinces, that will give the opportunity for Indonesian migrants to move into West Papua and try to populate the entire province, the entire region, land of West Papua. And also that will give the opportunity for the Indonesian military and police to build a base throughout West Papua. And then it will make it very hard for people to fight for their rights, fight for their freedom, fight for independence. That's the whole idea. So we want to let the Indonesian government also and appeal to United Nations to intervene, because what Indonesian government is doing is very dangerous to the survival of the Papuan people. And we would like also to appeal to all leaders in our region to immediately look into this issue again, because it's no longer we are talking about the race of our people. This is about the Papuan people, their survival into the future. So again, we want to let the international community and our international audience know that what Indonesian government is doing with West Papua is illegal. You cannot create new provinces without getting the views of the people, without engaging with them. If they say yes, then you can go ahead and do it. But at the moment, they've rejected it. So what's the purpose of creating these new provinces when the people have actually rejected the idea? And also we all know that the special autonomy has failed. The special autonomy has failed in West Papua. So what we've seen now is Indonesian government has created this they say it's a revised law, but in fact it's a total failure by Indonesian government. They've realized that these 20 years since the implementation of the special autonomy law, they have done nothing at all to improve the lives of the West Papuan people. What we've seen is the increased violation of human rights in West Papua. We've seen our people being displaced. We've seen ongoing military operations throughout West Papua. Right now, we have about 50 to 60,000 people being displaced. So what is the purpose of introducing special autonomy law and creation of these new provinces when West Papua there is no peace. People are, trying to survive on whatever little means they have. They're struggling to survive. So we want to appeal to the international community, especially to UN, to make an urgent visit to West Papua because it is timely. And with this ongoing war between the Indonesian military and the West Papua National Liberation Army, it has created a serious humanitarian crisis. We have seen people being displaced from the villages. We have seen mothers giving birth to children in the jungle with no proper health care. We have seen people dying of disease because they cannot have access to better health care. And we've seen people, basically children, not going to school. They've missed out these years of the early education. So what is the purpose of creating these new provinces when you still haven't addressed the key issues here? So again, we would like to appeal to the international community, especially UN, to make an urgent visit to West Papua to assess the current situation on the ground. Thank you so much, and thank you again for watching my video, and God bless.